Nice to talk to you, and thank you for coming.
Michael Bloomberg is going to be on the debate stage for the first time on Wednesday night in the final debate before the Nevada caucuses. And this is really a game changer in terms of the dynamics in this race, because Bloomberg has been running in this sort of parallel universe. He's been doing his own thing, not competing in the early states, waiting till the Super Tuesday states until he's on the ballot, and really defining his own narrative. He's got hundreds of millions of dollars in ads where he is shaping the way that a lot of Americans perceive him. He is now, because his standing in the polls is going up, he is now starting to get some criticism, pretty intense criticism, from some of his rivals, but he hasn't had to take them on face to face. He hasn't had that direct criticism that the other candidates have had to go through on the many debates that we've had leading up until this point. And so I think there's a real question of how Bloomberg will hold up in that environment. He has not debated in more than a decade since his last run for New York City mayor. He's not known as a particularly strong debater. He can be a little thin-skinned, and he's going to have a real pile on. All of the candidates see an incentive to take him on, either if you're Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, because millionaires and billionaires and people who they say kind of buy their way into politics have been the core of their message for so long, or because you're an ideological counterpart to Bloomberg, a Joe Biden, an Amy Klobuchar, a Pete Buttigieg, who are really looking to break out of that moderate lane. He's actually making that lane much more crowded by getting in the race at this stage. Bernie Sanders did very well in Nevada 4 years ago, and there's every reason to believe he will do well again. He has invested heavily in Latino voters, really trying to deepen his standing with that community, and his campaign is feeling very good. Joe Biden got quite a good reception at a party event over the weekend, and he is hoping that this will jumpstart his campaign heading into South Carolina, that he can finally get a little bit of momentum behind his candidacy. But there are other candidates who are really in need of a strong performance in order to make the case to keep going. Elizabeth Warren, for one, she had disappointing finishes in both Iowa and in New Hampshire. It's really hard to see where she wins at this point, and you do need to win an election. You do need to win primary contests in order to become the nominee.
I want you all to think of a number, 99.9%. That's the percentage of African American voters who have not yet had a chance to vote in America.
There are a lot of Democrats who are on edge heading into the Nevada caucuses because of what we saw happen in the Iowa caucuses. The Nevada Democratic Party has really scrambled after Iowa. They were supposed to use the same app as the Iowa Democratic Party used. They've scrapped those plans. They almost have started from scratch. They insist that they will be ready. They insist that they have enough time to train and pressure test this system. But a lot of people are really worried about this. The Democratic Party knows they have to get this right. They lost some measure of public trust after the Iowa caucuses, and they have to try to get it back. Caucuses are always a little bit strange. It's a bit of an antiquated system. Nevada hasn't done this for nearly as long as Iowa has done this, but party officials there tell us that they are ready, they are prepared, and they believe that this should go off without a hitch.